Labor is real, okay? Tell you that.
See, I be grinding, show at the show, man. I mean.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I just had to come back because today we're going to be talking about labor and delivery. Okay, this video gets real, y'all. I'm going to make sure I share everything, my full experience. I made a list to make sure I don't forget anything. Listen, y'all. Labor is real, okay? Tell you that. Okay, so I'm going to start with my due date. I was due on January 23rd. So on my due date, I went in the jacuzzi and I bought one of the little bouncy balls that you bounce on. One of the big balls. I went to 5 and Below. You can get it there. I got it for like $4 and a pump. So I got the pump there, blew it up. So I was in the jacuzzi for about 15 minutes. As soon as I got out of the jacuzzi, I bounced on the ball. This was like around 5 p.m. I'm going to also post pictures too to show you. So this was like around 5 p.m. And then I chilled like around, I would say like around 9:30 from 10 p.m. I bounced on the ball. It probably wasn't 30 minutes. I'm exaggerating. It probably was like 15. So bounced on the ball. Went and laid down because I was getting ready to go to sleep. You know, I was very upset. It was my due date. Baby didn't come. I was upset. So I went to lay down. And in the midst of laying down, y'all, I felt like a... And I'm like, what's that? So I stood up and I felt myself. I just felt, and it was wet. I'm like, and then some more just trickled down. And I'm like, oh my God. My water just broke. My water broke. Oh my dude, this better not be no pee.
That ain't no
this
pee.
baby
I watched
better
it shoot
come.
out of her, ma.
Oh, you didn't see it come out?
She came in the living room. She like, look, Nee, look. And she just started.
When I tell y'all, I was so shocked because I just knew that I was going to have to, because I already had an induction day set. My last doctor's appointment, my doctor set me an induction day and it was going to be for the following Monday. So I just knew I was going to go over. When my water broke, y'all, I was so happy. I'll post the clip right there too because I was just happy and dancing like, my water broke. Whew. Then it got real, okay? And so I got to the hospital and they were completely out of labor and delivery room. So I waited in triage for about an hour. Water broke. Waiting to go into my room. I look at this. Waited. Finally got me a room. Got me back there. Got me set up. Everything. My labor and delivery room was nice. I had a nice suite. Okay, so mind y'all, my water broke at 10 p.m. So I waited in triage for about an hour. So that was till about 11 p.m. So they finally get me back to the room. They didn't really let me, I wasn't dilating. They checked me, of course. I was about at 2 centimeters. So they came, this is at 11. They came back again around 1 a.m. and I was still around the same 2 centimeters. So they gave me Pitocin. Those medicated contractions, I'm going to get to it. Those medicated contractions are something serious, okay? Listen, I'm not going to do that again. They can't give me that again. Anyways, I had the Pitocin around 1 a.m. So around 4 a.m. the contractions start getting bad. So they gave me some kind of medicine. It wasn't the epidural. Some type of medicine, and it had me so like high. I did not like it at all. I told them like, can y'all please reverse this? Like I felt terrible. I felt out of it. They gave it to me so I can sleep. I did not go to sleep with it. It was terrible. So this is around 4 a.m. I finally started feeling back normal and not high no more, like around 6 a.m. So I'm in labor, but my contractions strong, but they weren't that strong yet. So they raised my Pitocin. They raised it all the way up to like a 10, y'all. So those contractions were coming back to back like 30 seconds to a minute. At this point, I was in excruciating pain. I stripped my hospital gown. I took everything off. I was completely naked. people was when the doctor would come in, the nurse had to tell him like, you can come in, she don't mind, she want to be this way. I was telling them like, come on y'all, like y'all can come in, I don't care. I'm in pain, I don't need anything on me. Yes, I'm naked and this is how I will be for the rest of my labor. I don't care. No gown. Like it seemed like if something was touching me, a contraction would hurt worse. Also, just to add too, my hand's a little ashy, but who was in the room with me was my mom, my sister, and my baby's father. So I was going through it. I was mad. Like the contractions, it was terrible. Those medicated contractions was terrible. I was in so much pain, and I end up, instead of laying down on the bed, I end up sitting up like on my knees, like in a doggy style position, sitting up on my knees, trying to labor that way, like just trying to do everything. I stood up, I'm on my knees, I'm doing everything to like try to see which way can I handle the pain better. It was terrible. But like, so now from like 6 to 12, I'm just in like excruciating pain, and I finally gave in. Like, just give me the epidural. Took the epidural. I can't even say what they did, but they were like clamping something. I jumped at first, so I did jump. They told me like, if you jump, then we can't do it. We can't do it if you jump. So I just stood still, because you know you have contractions while they give you the epidural. Listen, terrible. So got the epidural. Y'all, the epidural, it did not work for me. I was still in so much pain. Right after it's the thing though. Right after I got the epidural, I had the shakes. So basically I could not stop shaking. Like my mouth was like, my whole body was just shaking. My teeth felt like all of them were going to fall out. It was terrible, because then on top of this, the contractions were strong, the baby was in distress, and I was having a shake. So I was in so much pain. They were flipping me like every minute to keep her heart rate. So as soon as her heart rate would drop, they would have to flip my side. So I have a nurse on one side pushing me, and the nurse on the other side pulling me to flip me over. So they flipping me back and forth. Oh, we got to flip her again. Flip me again. Flip me again. Y'all, it was just so much, because I couldn't move. I couldn't turn myself. They had to turn me. That was terrible. At this point, yes, I was still at 4 centimeters. I would say it was like around 1:45 p.m. I would say. I was still in labor. I still wasn't dilating, and my doctor just made the decision like, we're going to give you a C-section because the baby is in distress and you're a first-time mom. Most first-time moms push for about how long did she say? She said hours. She was just like, most first-time moms push for hours, and the baby has already been in distress for so long. So we're just going to give you the C-section. So, y'all, my doctor, she did not make me feel comfortable getting the C-section at all. I just knew, like, it was serious. She was just basically, like, telling me everything that can go wrong. She was just like, yes, this, that, and no. And you also know that it can cause death, right? Like, you can die too. Okay, here, sign here. But I just felt like it was just so harsh. Like, she didn't say it like, you know, death is always something that can happen in the operating room, but I trust that everything will go fine, or don't worry, we're going to take care of you. She was just straight like, this can happen, blood clots can happen. Oh, and yeah, you can die. Okay, here, sign here. So I just felt like, but I was in so much pain, y'all. I didn't even ask no questions. I just signed, like, whatever. So at this point, around this time, 1:45, they turned off all the medicine, and they were preparing me to go back to have the procedure done, C-section. So she came back in, and I told her, like, my body feel different. Like, I thought I felt like that I might have dilated more. So she was like, let me go ahead and check you. She checked me, and at this point, I was at 7 centimeters. So in the midst of, like, 15, 20 minutes after they turned the Pitocin off, I had dilated. So I was at 7 centimeters. She like, yeah, you did change, but we're still going to go ahead with the C-section because whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. So my nurse was, her shift, my doctor, her shift was actually over for today. So another doctor came in. He was actually the doctor who delivered my older brother. So he had to be about probably like in his 60s. 70s. So he came in and checked me. He was like, yeah, he like, you're at 7. He like, let's try to push you to 10. So I'm like, okay, I can push. He like, yeah, push. So he let me push myself to 10. And when I tell y'all, I probably never pushed so hard in my life because I did not want to have a C-section, especially the way she portrayed it to me, even though I didn't show any emotions, like I was scared, because at that point I was just like completely out of it from being in so much pain. But y'all, I pushed like never before. I pushed. I got to 10 in about 5 minutes, literally pushed there. And the best part is when he checked me, he was like, "Oh, she's complete." Yes. Best words. So of course they started flipping the lights down, and the nurses came in, and that was like music to my ears to hear that I was complete. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta push myself to 10, but now I gotta keep pushing. So in the midst of me pushing, my vagina was already like hurting from pushing. I don't know, but in 5 minutes my vagina was hurting. So every time I took a break, like when a contraction wasn't going on in between pushing, I would have one of my nurses wet the towel and just place it on my vagina. Y'all, if y'all are giving birth, listen, they work for y'all. Y'all need to tell them what's gonna help y'all to make y'all comfortable. This really, really worked for me. Like in between my pushes, I'd be like, okay, towel, cold towel, cold towel. They'll place a towel on me. Contraction coming. I'm ready to push again. Try it, y'all. Please do. Make sure y'all had them do that for y'all. It felt so cool and just, it felt good. I'm happy I told them to do that. Make sure y'all tell them to do that. But all in all, I pushed for about 10 minutes after I got myself to 10. So she was out in about 10 minutes. So like I say, even though how my doctor tried to portray it, like most first-time moms push for an hour, everybody isn't the same. Like all in all, from pushing myself to 10, from getting her out of me, took about 15 minutes. So that's another thing. Sometimes when you giving birth, you do have bowel movements. I had one. I didn't even know I had one. My sister told me afterwards, like, you was cleaning it up so fast though, but you definitely had a bowel movement. I didn't know, y'all. I was just pushing, like, whatever's in me, let me get it out of me. I was really trying to get her out of me for the most part. And then finally when I did get her out, so the reason why she was in distress, my umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck. So as soon as her head was out, everybody was just like, stop pushing. The doctor just unraveled it around her neck. I didn't hear her cry until it was from around her neck. Then I heard her cry. I was so relieved. Like,
every moment that you smile chases all the pain away.
my tips for labor would just be, for one, breathing, of course. Like, breathe. And another thing with pushing, I gotta say, make sure you push from your bottom and not in your face. It's truly a difference. Like, if you pushing, like you just pushing in your face or in your chest, like you're not pushing in the right area. You have to push from your bottom. When you're in labor, you'll see what I mean, but it does make a difference. Make sure you don't push in your face. If anything, try to keep your face straight so you don't push in it, if that makes sense. Another thing, like I said, make sure while you pushing, have them put towels on your vagina, because it truly, truly, truly helps. It helps, because after all the pushing, yeah, your vagina gonna hurt. And I did tour. I think I got around 30 stitches. I had a 2nd degree tear. So basically I tore muscle and skin. I'll do another video if y'all want about how my recovery went, like what works best for me. Just let me know if y'all want that video and I'll go over it. I'll just give y'all like what I went through as a first-time mom. Some of the things you must have in your diaper bag. I'll go over that. And oh, so the people who asked, my daughter is currently 1. I'll be putting her in one of the videos. So I'm a year in, y'all. 13 months to be exact. So yeah, I can do another video. Let y'all know how it's going. I can go over how it was life with a newborn, and then I can also go over how it is life now with my toddler. So yeah, just comment below. Let me know what you want to see next. I try to keep the video short just so, to me, I get distracted fast. Like, I'm one of the people who be like, okay, just get to the point. If y'all do want the videos longer and more in depth, just let me know and I can do that. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like the video. Thank you.